Welcome to Access a Trader, the #1 community for those who are committed to taking control of their trading in order to achieve success, profitability, and longevity. Thank you for joining us. Here's Dan Shapiro to help you find your edge, master your process, and own your future.
Hey guys, good evening everybody. Welcome to the final episode of the PS60 Theory, AccessATrading.com nightly update for 2024, right? Another year around the sun. More good things to come. Hope everybody is having an incredibly blessed year with health, relationships. Hopefully your trading career is starting to point in the direction where you want it to be. If you're trading less than 3 to 5 years and nothing makes sense, it's not supposed to make sense. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourself that to think you have to figure everything out. Again, I'm going on my 26th year. I'm still figuring things out year in, year out. So don't put a lot of pressure. Everything that you're going through, every single trader before you has went through, every single trader after you is going to go through. And the most important thing is let yourself progress, grow organically. Okay, that's the best advice I can give you. Figure out what type of trader you want to be. Again, if you want to trade pivots with me, that's absolutely cool. You're more than welcome. Matter of fact, today is the last day if you are going to join us in January. Tomorrow is the last day, right? December 31st. Tomorrow is the last day if you are planning to come aboard to test out if pivots are a right fit for you. Again, use the next 24 hours, come on board, and hey, again, you'll be entered into next week's drawing. Some lucky member is going to win the PS60 workshop webinar for the entire year. So that's pretty neat. Again, why can't it be you? So hopefully you guys will take advantage of that. But the most important thing is, guys, remember, everybody develops differently. Okay, everybody develops differently. If you haven't, and I've said this numerous times, if you haven't thought about quitting trading 50 times a day in your first 3 years, you're not normal, right? You're not normal because everybody is going through the same thing. The key is find a process and an approach that's right for you. Day trader, swing trader, options, E-minis, Forex, Bitcoin, whatever your drug of choice is, just stay with it. Stop jumping from, place to place and theory to theory and, idea to idea. Stick to something that you are comfortable, that matches your personality, matches your account size, matches your pain threshold, and hopefully something will click faster than normal. Most traders develop at different times. Sometimes you'll see people hit the ground running, and sometimes it'll take, quite a while, right? Quite a while. But the most important thing is just stay with it. Keep working hard. Have faith. You got this. So let's talk about it. I'm still trying to figure out, my wife's telling me to take the day off tomorrow to do some family stuff. I am debating. Notice what I'm saying, debating. I usually would say, yeah, 100%, definitely. But the close today was kind of really good from what I'm watching for tomorrow. And if you've been watching the video in the last couple of days, you kind of know my stance, right? 2 years worth of rallying. Is there a potential we get a back test in 2025? Yeah, man, there's a shot, right? There's a shot. We talked about in the weekend video how this, market within a market formation is just building and building and building. Again, engulfing candle on the FOMC. We had another nasty wash last Friday. Today, we didn't quite make the 50-day moving average, right? You see that right here, guys? Guys, write this down. It doesn't necessarily have to be there tomorrow or the next day or the following day, but write down this 509 level. 509 is the line of all lines in the sand for market sentiment going into next year. Maybe tomorrow, right? You never know, but probably next year. The Qs are still way above that 509 level. They got to like 511 and change today. But write this down, guys. 509. Nobody's trying to be a Debbie Downer. Nobody's trying to be, talk about the end of the world. It's not like that. We're just trying to be prepared. And hey, if the market continues to rally, That's fantastic. The market will continue to rally, but everything that I'm seeing so far is playing out that we might actually get a test of this 50-day moving average soon. And if we look at all the individual names, you'll kind of get that, right? We talked about over the weekend update, the Bitcoin stocks, right? MSTR. Well, what happens if MSTR loses the 50-day moving average? We saw it today, right? We had a really good pivot on the 317 breakdown on MSTR. MSTR first closed not only below the 50-day moving average, but now this is the first close below the 65-day EMA. It has a channel all the way down to 290. We talked about coin, right? We talked about coin on the weekend video. Again, nasty gap down, right? Nasty gap down, tested this 247 level. 247 becomes a major support zone in coin, because if it loses 247, it has like 20, 30 points worth of room. And now you start looking at all the individual names, right? So Meta today tested the 50-day moving average, right? And bounced. Didn't bounce a lot, but it bounced. The 50-day moving average right now is the line in the sand. You look at a name like Microsoft. Well, guess what Microsoft did today? Microsoft lost the 50-day moving average, and this is now the first close below the 50-day. That's not a good thing, right? Look at Amazon, right? Look at Amazon. Amazon is holding on to this 20-day support like grim death. It still looks great, right? It still looks really, really good, but the point is we're starting to get the heavier levels. We're still 10, 11 points away from the 50-day moving average. So you don't have to you don't have to go nuts over this name. But again, just something to think about. We talked about Apple, right? Losing the 10-day moving average on the weekend update. Well, Apple lost the 10-day moving average, right? And if you believe in the theory of stocks trade from supply to supply and demand to demand, well, this is the first close below the 10. Well, 249 is the next level of support. So again, it's not Armageddon, right? It's not Armageddon. It's not, hide your wives, hide your dogs, hide your children. It's just be aware, man. Be aware. Again, people made this mistake in 2021 that, the market will keep on going. It's great. It's fine. Just keep on buying the dip. Remember, the buy the dip theory only works above the 50-day moving average. That's it. Okay, if you're buying dips below the 50-day, it's called you're a shareholder, right? And you don't know when your stock or ETF or index is going to get back above. So just be wary. That's all we're saying. Just be very, very wary of what's going on. As long as the Qs are above 509, you're fine. You can manage your risk. You can manage your longs. If we get any close, and again, I'm not saying we will, just be prepared. If we get any close below this 509 level, that means below the 50-day moving average, that's a conversation you want to really have with yourself, and how are you going to defend prices. Even a name like NVIDIA rallied today, I think in anticipation of the CES conference, CEO talking. It looked great for a second. It looked good for a minute. It looked like it was about to reclaim back last week's 50-day moving average. And you can see by the blue line, it got rejected there as well. But the one name that is looking really fragile is Tesla, right? And this is the reason I'm trying to contemplate if I want to take the day off tomorrow. Right? This is really the reason I'm trying to take off the day tomorrow. What I'm going to do is, and I told the guys at the webinar today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be there for morning strategy, set you guys up for the pivots tomorrow. And depending where Tesla is pre-market, I might trade the open for Tesla. Okay? Because you see this whole channel, guys? You see how Tesla held the lows from 1223 today? If they lose that low, right? If they lose that low, yada, 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 we might wind up here. But the only good part is, again, there's still aggressive call buyers coming in, right? There's still aggressive call buying coming in. There's really no fear in the market. There's nobody really here to defend prices. I think that's the most important part to say. There's nobody here to defend prices. I'm literally, me and this one other guy, I'm in a group chat with 7 other traders that I grew up with. Nobody's trading. I mean, nobody's working. So we're not going to really see and truly the effect of the market's personality until everybody comes back from like the January from the New Year's break. So it's kind of hard to handicap anything right now. But the point is, if stocks start losing their channels, right? If they start losing their channels, again, it's going to be difficulty. And again, if you go back to them, two major euphoric markets, 99 and 2000, what happened after, and the market from 2020, 2021, right? You know what happens, right? There's a very, very potential for an aggressive pull. So we want to be out front of any technical damage. And because, I trade both sides of the market, for me, again, I don't care which way the market goes. I thought 2022 was one of the better trading years I can remember in a very, very long time. So for me, it doesn't make a difference. Again, having said that, I love a bull market. I hope this market continues. I hope we go up another 100% in 2025. But again, guys, I want you guys to be prepared. One name I really like from the small cap market is this AMPX. While these small cap stocks are still going nuts, this AMPX broke out today on expanded volume. Keep an eye on this thing for tomorrow, folks. It finally got above this 272 area. Congratulations for all you guys are still long. It closed today in the threes. Keep an eye on this thing. Somebody came yesterday for the February 4s. On Friday. So keep an eye on this thing. But honestly, all of technology, I am definitely watching. Again, they couldn't rally today once again. And, you're starting to see names start losing the 50-day moving average. So once this formation continues to build longer, the higher probability we do test this 50-day moving average. But again, I would love to see the bulls wake up. I really, really would. But again, I also trade the market I have, not the market that I want. Once again, everybody, I want to wish everybody an absolutely awesome 2025. May your dreams, your health, your relationships be absolutely epic this year. Hope your trading gets to the next level, whether you're trading with us, whether you're trading by yourself, or some awesome 12-year-old on social media. God bless, right? God bless. Most important part is find your comfort zone, stay there, omit the noise, and everything else organically will start to develop in your career. Guys, God bless everybody. Have a happy new year, and I'll see you guys in 2025. Take care, everybody.